You ever just watch a movie that like completely breaks your perspective on everything and just leaves you like a sniveling mess at the end of it? I saw this movie last night. I literally had to like I'm literally still thinking about it to this day, and I'm probably not going to stop thinking about it for a very very long time. For a very, very long time. Monster was directed by Hirokazu Koreeda and is the newest film, well, relatively newest film from Japan. I actually learned about this movie when I went to go see Godzilla Minus One. The trailer came on for it, and I was immediately like captivated by everything about it. I did like a quick Google search before Godzilla started, and I realized that this is the same guy who directed Shoplifters. Now, I haven't seen Shoplifters, and after watching this movie, I really need to watch Shoplifters because, oh my god, this movie is so good, and it's just so well made, and it's amazing. Honestly, I don't want to say too much about this film. I don't want to really delve into anything that might be considered spoilers, or that could lead to some kind of spoiler, because this movie really only works if you go in with as limited information as possible. The whole movie is about the power of perspective and how when a situation happens with somebody that you love, it's very easy to kind of grasp onto the few facts that are at your reach and then just kind of create your own story, and how doing that can lead to disastrous consequences. And you know, it leads to disastrous consequences. This movie is a lot of things. It's beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. Well, very well shot. Very bright, colorful, reflective of two characters in this film. The two children, Minato and Hori, I believe. Hori or Yori. The teacher's name is Hori, and the other child's name is Yori. Yori Hoshikawa. Okay, yeah. I'm not from Japan, man. I'm not from Japan. I'm sorry. I'm trying. But yeah, this movie is just really, really, really intense. I am going to warn you. This movie is slow. Like, very slow. Like, it understands how slow it is. It starts off very patient, and the entire movie is extremely patient with what it's trying to do. And in the beginning, because of how it works, the movie is going to be shifting from different perspectives. And so intentionally in the beginning, not only is it a very slow-paced film where you're really starting to get to know these people and you don't really have a lot of basis for what's happening, you're just going to be sitting there going, what is happening? Where's the drama? What's going on? But this movie is doing this on purpose. It's asking you to be patient and to really sink in and start understanding what's happening. Start picking up the little pieces, the little breadcrumbs that it is leaving for you, and just trust it. Because trust me and trust the film. It's absolutely worth it. As the film continues, this mystery starts to slowly make sense. Puzzle pieces that are given to you in the beginning of the film, and puzzle pieces that are given to you later start to click together. Events start to kind of match up, and you start to realize that what's truly going on is a lot more complex than you could have ever realized, and that the biggest mistakes that these characters are making is that they are acting on incomplete information, and people just need to back off and let things happen. Honestly, this movie is devastating. It makes me sad just thinking about it, but somehow a movie that deals with really hard subject matter, and I can't really talk about what it deals with because that in itself is a big spoiler. That in itself is one of the big reveals of what this movie's trying to say. But there's also an innate innocence to it. The two children characters, Yori and Minato, the two actors are perfect for their roles. Minato is struggling in figuring out who he is and what he wants to do, and Yori is this child with very innocent wonder and very, like, the world is beautiful and all that kind of stuff, and I love and I love everybody, and I love all, and they're played beautifully by both actors. They're played beautifully by them. It's really sad, man. This is gonna be, by the way, I know that this is gonna be a short video because I'm only doing Monster for this one. I don't really have any other films to talk about right now, unfortunately. But I am gonna see Aquaman later, so yeah. But anyway, back to Monster. And I think another thing that really makes this film really sad is that this is the last film scored by Ryoichi Sakamoto, who, for those of you who don't know, did the music for The Revenant. This is a very simple score, very melodic ambience almost, but some of these songs now, if I listen to them, it'll move me to tears because the impact of the scene, the impact of the scenes that, like, those songs and those compositions come in, it's so beautiful and so thought-provoking and just, oh my god. It's a kind of a long movie, and again, because of its slow pace, you do feel that longevity. Even me, a person who really likes this movie, I did find myself going like, wow, this movie is taking its time, crazy. But it pays off in the end, and it has a somehow very depressingly, but like devastating depressing, but also sweet ending. If you're paying attention to what the film is trying to say and what these characters are saying to each other and how they perceive the world around them, the ending is so there's not a word for it. It's like, I'm sad because what happens is sad, but I'm also happy in a way because it's so hard to talk about this movie without spoiling things, because it really is just like, this movie is very good when you don't know what's going on and you walk in and you just sit down and you just let it engross you. Like I said, the acting is amazing. There's not a single bad performance in this movie. Every character plays it beautifully, and this movie does it so well. The direction of this movie is really where a lot of the praise should go, and also the editing. Hirokazu is a monster of a director, and he also edited the film. And this is a great movie to show people who are like, oh, directing and editing isn't that hard. It's like, no, it is, because you wouldn't believe how hard it is to actually construct a story of different perspectives and different characters all reacting and progressing into the same events and everything, and how that can change every facet of the story with every new piece of information that comes out. It's a mystery that slowly unwraps itself, and then by the very end, you have the full puzzle fully completed, and you're just sitting there destroyed by the revelation of itself. This movie is insane because actors feel completely different when you're viewing the events that they are characters feel completely different when you're viewing them from different lenses, but that's the whole point. The movie's trying to tell you that, like, yeah, it's really easy to call someone the villain when you don't understand where they're coming from and when you don't understand what's happening with them. It's very easy for you to come in with your own notions and your own opinions and your own ways of life and say, I'm right, you're wrong in this situation, you need to apologize to me, you don't know what you're doing. But then if we could omnisciently put ourselves into that person's life, we might see that there's a lot more going on, and we didn't have that context. We didn't have that information. And that information really could have helped when we judged them so harshly. At the end of the day, this is easily one of the best movies of 2023, by far. Technically, amazing. Story, themes, great. Genuine emotion, genuine care. It's just so good. I highly recommend this movie. I'm giving it like the double thumbs up. I'm telling you to go to a movie theater and watch this. And even if you can't watch it in a movie theater, I highly suggest that when it comes out on VOD or everything, I'm definitely buying this movie. I'm definitely going to get this movie physically and everything, because this film destroyed me. So yeah, that's going to be it for Monster. Jesus Christ. I'm going to be listening to Monster 2, which is one of the tracks on the OST. I'm going to be listening to that for a while. I'm going to miss Ryuichi Sakamoto. His gentle music is going to be missed. It's going to be missed. It's just going to be missed. And that's part of what makes this movie so hard to swallow, too. It's like, this is the last time we're going to get that flavor of music. And it's really fucking sad. It's really sad when you put all of that together, and this is just a beautiful product that, albeit simple, is incredibly poignant. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this review. I know it's a short one, I know, but I'm serious. You guys really need to watch this movie. I support this movie. I can't wait to see what Hirokazu Kureta does next. I am definitely going to find the shoplifters and watch it now. I know people were saying it was really good and oh my god, and everybody needs to watch this movie. I need to watch it now because now I understand. Now I have my third eye has been opened to this guy, and yeah, I need to see more of it. So yeah, I'm gonna knock out. I'm gonna knock out. So yeah, I can't wait to watch Aquaman to get some lightheartedness in here, because it's feeling very doom and gloom, but also beautiful. That's gonna be it for this review. Thanks for watching, and yeah, peace.